Dragic is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, handing the middle. And it's Green, and it's Morris in at the power forwards position. And for Atlanta, Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt. And holding down the middle, a tremendously hard-working and versatile big man out of the Dominican Republic, Al Horford. Then there's Kyle Korver, and it's Millsap in at the 4 spot.
I always like to get that first lead of the game.
Yeah, you know, Steve, a good way to set the tone early on there.
Bledsoe gets the screen from Gortat, and they call an illegal screen here.
Now, tough call there on that illegal screen.
He didn't look set to me, Steve. I thought that was a good call.
On defense, Phoenix. Teague with the ball. Kicks to Korver. Launches a 3. Count that one. Korver's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Gortat against Horford. Williams for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And back to Budenholzer, who was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio. You know, Horford missed a big chunk of that 2011-12 season after he tore the pectoral muscle in his shoulder. But he bounced back last season, and he arguably had his best year of his NBA career.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And going back down, Horford, a career high, Clark, last season in minutes played.
Yeah, he averaged a double-double for the first time in his career, Kevin, so that injury didn't give the Hawks pause. They rode Horford more than ever, and he was up to the challenge.
Lenz checked in for Gortat. Second free throw, no good.
You know, despite a bit of an apathetic fan base, the Hawks always seem to be pretty good at home. Won 25 of 41 last year and had a 44-38 overall record.
Bledsoe kicks to Len. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bledsoe, here we go. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Williams passes to Korver. Right side Millsap. The 17-footer. That one goes. Count. Millsap's got his second bucket. Nobody really seems to talk about it, Clark, but the Hawks have been absolutely dynamite here at home over the last half-decade. Steve, as a visitor, you know this. Very tough to get wins here.
That's why they call it the highlight factory, Kevin. I mean, this place can get rocking, and you think about some of the talent they've had here the last few years with Josh Smith, who's now in Detroit, but Al Horford, Jeff Teague, a lot of exciting players.
Fires it up, and again, it's Atlanta.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively, they look great.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Jeff Hornacek. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And that is good.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
There's Green with the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Green's got 7 points.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Teague dishes to Williams. Pulls it up. Can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. Here's Green. Now here's Teague. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Shoots the three. Green with the rebound. Suns trail by 5. That doesn't go either for Green. Hawks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Outside Teague. Dishes to Korver. Back to Teague. Williams for 3, and that one's good. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Hasn't been the hot start he's wanted here. I mean, he's got a few to fall, but doesn't seem on target most of the time he fires.
Pass to Green. Good ball movement here by the Suns. That doesn't go either for Green. The Hawks leading by 8. Williams kicks to Teague. Here's Millsap. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. Millsap's got 8.
Such a great start for him. 4 for 4 already. He'll be on his way to a big game.
It certainly looks that way, Steve. His energy level has been terrific right from the opening tip.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, Millsap, a great signing with the Hawks. 2-year deal, $19 million. You like the skill level, a guy who battles inside. And even when he's at a size disadvantage, he still seems to really prosper.
Bledsoe against Williams, and it's Bledsoe off the drive, and the Suns miss again. And you look at the development for Paul Millsap. He's steadily improved as a passer, as a shooter at the line. His overall game is upward.
He's even starting to shoot more threes these days.
Right.
Kevin. Yeah, he's undersized, but just knows how to use the rim to protect his finish. I think what I like best about him is just his constant energy.
Outside Teague, and here's Korver from the arc. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Suns trail by 13. Dragic the pass to Bledsoe. To the paint, here's Len. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Alex Len, 7'1" center out of the Ukraine by way of University of Maryland. I'll tell you, he underwent surgery to repair stress fractures in both ankles, and that has to concern the Suns. But very, very skilled big man, and I know Phoenix has high hopes for him.
That's good from Len. Well, going back, Alex Len, considered by a number of scouts to have the most upside in this draft class.
Can you believe, Kevin, that he was a former gymnast in his youth?
Wow.
I mean, tremendous agility, still very young. And you know, with big guys, you always have to give them a little more time to see what they can become. Keep an eye on him. He could be very good.
And he makes both free throws.
You know, for so long, the Suns had been one of the stronger teams in the West and typically could just blitzkrieg Eastern Conference teams with their offense. That's not the case anymore. It really was the East that got the better of the Suns last season.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
And Green gets it to go. The Hawks leading by 11. Well, back to the Suns against the Eastern Conference. They really seemed to flounder at times, and they had to travel to the East Coast. And, Steve, even when they hosted teams in the desert,
you know, all good things must come to an end, and the Suns' dominance over the East wasn't going to last forever. Because remember, for many years, the Suns just ran roughshod over the Eastern Conference. But only 8 wins in their 30 games against the East. That was by far the lowest total of anybody in the West.
Dragic against T. He kicks it to Korver. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. And it's Dragic off the drive for 3. That doesn't go either for Green. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Williams dishes to Millsap. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Brand, good. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they've been a step slow here.
Bledsoe against Williams. There's Green with the 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
Dragic against T. The pass to Korver. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Brand kicks to T. That's good.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and he wonders, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Phoenix calls timeout.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Gortat's checked in for Len. P.J. Tucker comes in for Gerald Green. And it's Brown in for Eric Bledsoe. Marshall passes to Brown. For the 3, and he knocks it down. Good-looking 3 there from Marshall. Marshall's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. But Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
Here's Schroeder. He's covered by Marshall. Jenkins dishes to Millsap. Right side Millsap. The shot is off. Some solid defense from Brown. Suns trail by 7. Over to the left wing. Tucker. That one wide left.
Now you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Schroeder. Brand outside. Passes it to Schroeder. Fades back. Some solid defense from Brown.
Tough to hit that shot when you got the defense right in your shirt.
And Marshall kicks to Morris. Connects from three-point range. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Schroeder. The dish now to Jenkins. He feeds it to Carroll. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Wide open. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
Jenkins the pass to Schroeder. 1:03 left in the first quarter of the game. That's good.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
Suns trail by 6. Now Marshall. Out to the wing. Here's Morris. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up. For Phoenix, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Under 6.
Free throw good for Morris.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
The Hawks making a switch here. Horford's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. 2 for 1 chance here.
Yeah, let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Jenkins. Excellent D that time from Tucker. And back to Coach Hornacek, the 16th coach in Suns franchise history. He's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Stevie's put down roots there. Looks like he would like to stay for the long term.
Well, he was a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence and an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach.
Here's Carroll. That is good. Marshall lets it go with the 3, and he nails the 3. Nice shot from beyond the arc there from Morris. Here's Schroeder. The shot is off. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Hawks. The second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Dragic kicks to Gortat. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Horford. Fast break, the Hawks. And then Brand with the dunk.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
A lot of high hopes for Elton Brand to revive his dominant ways with the move to Dallas, but he sunk further away from what he once was. And, hey, this is what happens. You get older, your play starts to suffer a little bit.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Lenz checked in for Gortat. Green comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Shannon Brown. As you said, with Brand, had career lows across the board, and his statistics largely due to the lack of minutes he played. But that was in part, I think, of how inefficient he was at times, too.
And I think Brand will still be able to contribute to the team, but I think it'll be as a role player, and I agree with Steve on that. Certainly, I don't think we'll see him do 20 and 10 as he was. He was a 20-10 guy for a long time earlier in his career.
Open shot, Green, good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Green's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
The feed to Korver, takes the 3. That drops. He's got 9.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Dragic dishes to Green. Dragic with it, picked up by Teague. It's Dragic with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Well, the pick worked really well there. Nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, even though there have been a lot of changes over the past few seasons in Atlanta, the team has rebounded despite the turnover in coaches and players. Al Horford said it came together quickly because of the GM, saying, quote, "We understood he was trying to do some things in a different way." Sounds like they have a good understanding of what they are trying to accomplish here, guys.
A lot of talent, Doris, and they're keeping them all working together. Here's Teague. Pass to Brand. The 15-footer. Bledsoe with the rebound. Suns trail by 6. Bledsoe gets the screen from Morris. Right side, Green. There's the triple. Another 3 for Phoenix.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Outside Teague. Into Al Horford. Back to Teague. On the wing, Williams. Atlanta again missing.
Great look, disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Dragic, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Well, guys, Goran Dragic signed to a big 4-year contract by the Phoenix Suns last season. Really has played well. He's crafty, he's clever, he's got good size, can finish at the basket, and also can shoot the 3. He's a lot of fun to watch.
He's off on the first. And Dragic actually drafted by the Suns back in 2008 with a second-round pick. And, Steve, you know a little bit about him. They had the good sense to bring him back.
I did draft him, Kevin, and a guy we liked for a long time before that draft. He's turned into an excellent player. The Suns brought him back after losing Steve Nash. And for a team looking to build and go young, he's been a good fit.
And it's blocked by Morris. Green left side. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Atlanta's got fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Williams inside. He's guarded by Dragic. From 8. Rejected by Morris. And the basket by Horford. Suns trail by 4. And the Suns call time here. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during the season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker. You don't recover as fast. And that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He said to his guys, let's get serious about driving the lane and putting pressure on their interior defenders. That's where he sees the soft spot in this defense. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Well, that's an aggressive play, trying to get that rebound, maybe a little too aggressive.
And it was totally unnecessary, Steve. He was in no position to get to that ball. He should have just conceded. Suns
trail by 4. Dragic off the pick from Len. Feeds it to Green. Trains the 3-pointer. Green's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's going to force the defense to make some adjustments. That's his 4th 3-pointer at the half.
Teague, the pass to Millsap. A baseline J. That's good. And the Hawks lead by 3.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. Len dishes to Dragic. Pass to Len. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that deep post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
Teague kicks to Williams. Teague against Dragic. A nice shot by Teague. Here's Dragic. 5 points in the game. He dishes it to Bledsoe. Bledsoe gets the screen from Morris. Here's Green, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. The Hawks leading. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Stolen by Len. Dragic the pass to Green. Another one falls for Phoenix.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
The Hawks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second.
The Hawks made the playoffs again, but ended up losing in the first round to the Pacers in 6 games. Dropped the first 2 in Indiana, won the next 2 in Atlanta, but it all ended when the Pacers got them in Game 6.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. And it's Bledsoe off the drive, hit his foot, and it's being called a kickball. Here's Dragic. He's got 5. Green inside the three-point line. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Well, and for the Hawks, it's been 6 consecutive seasons with basically this group. Certainly Joe Johnson left as a free agent to Brooklyn. But, Steve, they had yet to get past the second round in any of those playoff runs.
I think that's why they decided to part ways with Josh Smith and originally with Joe Johnson 2 seasons ago, just to make that next step, to start fresh. And they may take a dip here, but I think the future does look bright.
Phoenix has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Horford with the block. Millsap up top. He's guarded by Dragic, and it's slammed in by Teague. Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
The Suns making a switch here. Carroll's checked in.
You know, I love watching a guy like Paul Millsap play because he's so efficient in his movement, and he's crafty. He's able to score big numbers on guys much bigger than him. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Teague against Dragic. Teague dishes to Horford, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe. And Millsap, not quite 6'8", but he's got everything else. A motor, skill level, and Steve IQ for the game.
Yeah, very well-rounded. And his wingspan really helps defensively. You know, he's led all power forwards in steals each of the last 3 seasons. So he really does a nice job defensively.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Phoenix. That's good. And the Hawks lead by 4.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
Well, it's become one of the stories of the first half, just piling up points in the paint.
And here is Teague. He has 6. Kicks to Horford. Puts up the baby hook in Atlanta again with the bucket. And Phoenix has possession. This is to Morris. He kicks it to Tucker. Outside Dragic, and the pass to Bledsoe. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 15. Rebound, Atlanta. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
From the baseline, and he gets it to go. Horford's got 9 points.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Gortat with the screen for Bledsoe. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Here's Dragic from outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got his 9th assist in the game now.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Passes to Dragic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the big thing is he's one of the top playmakers in the league. So he's got great court vision, accurate passing. He understands his teammates and their strengths and weaknesses. So always creating good shot opportunities for his club.
You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems. And for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc. And that's just not a winning number.
The first free throw is good. As you said, Clark with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially on closing out on shooters beyond the arc.
Well, the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Schroeder kicks to Jenkins. The dish now to Millsap. Puts up the baby hook. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
There's Dragic with the 3. Can't hit. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Jenkins the pass to Schroeder. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Carroll. Launches it. It's rebounded by Tucker. Suns trail by 3. 1:56 left in the first half. And again, it's the Suns missing. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Here's Schroeder. He's covered by Brown. Beyond the arc. No good from Schroeder. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, for the Atlanta Hawks this summer, they lost Josh Smith, but picked up a terrific signing in Paul Millsap. His contract cost them about $5 million less per year than Smith's does, and alongside Al Horford, they've got one of the best shooting front courts in the league. Guys, Millsap had the second best plus-minus in the league 2 seasons ago. He can really help this team.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
There's Brown with the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 5 assists in the game. Here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Dragic. Millsap misses.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Dragic off the pick from Gortat. Morris. Another 3 for Phoenix.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And he gets it to go. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the game to go.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Brown, good.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. It's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Here's Millsap, rejected by Morris. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Suns on top. They lead by 5. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, how do you rate the team's performance thus far, and what are you expecting in the second half?
I mean, we are battling. We as a team, and if we're gonna play like that, I think so. We're gonna be okay.
Goran, thanks for the time. Gotta love it when they battle, guys.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And it's been great basketball going on in Atlanta. Let's get right to it. The Suns are off to a good start. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. Gerald Green making the most of his minutes. He has 26 points, and it's been bombs away from outside. And the Hawks are still in it, going all out. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. Getting it done early, Paul Millsap. He's got 12 points and, as usual, a big factor on the glass. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return a twilight view of the skyscrapers over Midtown Atlanta, what a game we're seeing from Green.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, his shot selection has been terrific throughout the game.
You know, Marcin Gortat, since he was traded from Orlando to Phoenix, has developed into one of the best centers in the league. He can finish at the rim with either hand. He can step out and make a jump shot. He can pass the ball. Playing awfully well.
That free throw good from Gortat. And Gortat has worked in the offseason with Akeem Olajuwon to develop his post moves.
Yeah, the dream becoming quite the post guru in his retirement days because he was clearly one of the best we've seen in the league. Kobe's been to him. LeBron spent time with him. Dwight Howard. That says a lot about him, but also them, that they would seek him out for help. The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Millsap with the steal. And there's the feed to Williams. Count that one. Williams has got 7 points. As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score. So there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Pass to Horford. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, Lewis Williams has 2 things working for him on the offensive end. First, he is lightning fast, and secondly, he shoots the ball so well that he's able to use a great pump fake, and he really keeps defenders guessing.
The Hawks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Yeah, this was one of the worst free throw shooting teams in the NBA last season, guys, about 72%.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
That's good from Williams. Going back to Williams, more turnover-prone last season than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's normally a strength of his, Kevin. High-volume offense without turning it over. Of course, he changed teams, so perhaps adjusting to the new system made him a little more mistake-prone.
So he gets them both.
A lot of high hopes for what Lou Williams could do with a new team last year. It really started off quickly with Atlanta. Had some good games, but eventually the season went down the drain with that knee injury in January.
Bledsoe kicks to Green. Taken away by Williams. To the middle. Here's Korver. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Korver's got 14 points.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. He made all 3 of their shot attempts.
For Williams' quickness, a big part of his game. We'll see how the knee affects his game, Clark.
You know, it normally takes a year or so to get back to playing, 2 years to get back to 100%, but he signed to a very cap-friendly contract, so Atlanta may be able to weather his loss until he's back to his old self.
Out to the right wing. Teague dishes to Millsap for the lead. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Bledsoe's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Bledsoe gets the screen from Morris. Fires the 3. Good! Morris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You have to like what we've been seeing from Green.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He said, we're going to make things much easier on ourselves if we can establish a better interior game, and it starts with opening gaps in the defense and making sharp feeds into the post. He also went on to say that he wants to see good movement on the perimeter and plays being run to get their outside shooters open. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Here's Dragic. Feeds it to Gortat. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 8th assist in the game. Bledsoe against Williams. Millsap with it. He's got 12. Horford in the post. Gortat's there. And it's Horford again missing. Suns leading by 6. Here's Green. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Teague. He dishes it to Korver. Lets it go from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game. Everything's going right now. 4 for 5 shooting, 80%. They got their offense clicking.
Outside Teague. Kicks to Millsap. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Millsap's got 14 points for the game. The Suns have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Timeout called. The Suns.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, guys. I had a chance to find out what Jeff Hornacek was discussing with his players. He thinks the use of ball screens against this defense would make a huge difference, and that's what he relayed to his players. He added one more thing as well, which was that he wants them driving the lane and taking the ball strong to the hoop at every opportunity. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Good. Green's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Poke loose. Williams passes to Teague. Dishes it to Korver. 16 feet away. Morris with the rebound. Suns leading by 8. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Marshall kicks to Bledsoe. There's a screen from deep. Green. Rebound by Williams.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Here's Teague. That's good. Teague's got 8 points.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Suns have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Marshall dishes to Len. Comes up empty off the pick.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Millsap misses. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road. Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Teague kicks to Williams. Back to Teague. Korver passes to Millsap. Millsap left side. The baseline jumper goes down. Millsap's got 4 this quarter. Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, man. It actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
Outside Teague. Here's Korver for 3. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Korver's got 17.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Marshall dishes to Morris. And Marshall kicks to Green. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last 3 buckets have all come from behind the arc.
Atlanta calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Green.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
And the Suns here with a different look. Brand passes to Horford, and the layup's good off the glass. Horford's got 13 points.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Marshall dishes to Len. He kicks to Marshall. There's a good screen. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Rejected by Carroll. Here's Schroeder. The pass to Horford. The shot no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Round with it. He's picked up by Jenkins. Here's Tucker. Tucker got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation. Here's Schroeder, defended by Marshall. Horford kicks to Brand. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Brand's got 9.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
Marshall passes to Len. Now, here is Morris. Covered by Brand. Morris dishes to Marshall. Just 5 to shoot. Phoenix needs to get off his shot. No coverage that time. Tucker's got his second basket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Schroeder kicks to Jenkins. Pass to Brand. There's the dish to Horford. Rejected by Len. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Gortat's checked in for Len.
Martin Gortat.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Schroeder. No good. Excellent defense there for Marshall. Brown with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
It's Gortat with the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now it's an 11-point Suns lead. Atlanta's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Schroeder kicks to Brand. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, Elton Brand is a former #1 overall pick back in '99, guys, and despite that, was one of the most underrated star players from his days with the LA Clippers. Now he's starting to slow down. He's on the other side of that career mountain, if you will, but he's still a quality big man.
First one falls for him. And Brand always has played bigger than his 6'8" height with those long arms of his.
Yeah, and an underrated defender, Kevin. Offensively, he's always been a very consistent mid-range jump shooter and can score around the basket, but he guards the post pretty well.
No good on the second free throw.
Some really terrific numbers for Brand. He's got 10 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
Oh, they have to be. I mean, he's not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, I mean, it's his.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Horford the pass to Carroll. Horford kicks to Carroll. Count that one.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Now, here's Marshall. He's guarded by Schroeder. Marshall can't hit. The Hawks trail by 8.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
Schroeder kicks to Carroll. Another 3 for Atlanta.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
6 to shoot. Now, here's Marshall. Defense right on him. Now Horford. 13 points in the game. Count the bucket. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
The third. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, let's do it. I love the way this play developed. He took what looked like a difficult pass and turned it into an easy basket.
Bledsoe against Williams. In low to Brand. The kick out to Williams. Brand, a screen on Bledsoe. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
They kick it out to Green. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Green's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Suns. The Hawks trail by 8. Williams kicks to Millsap. Got a piece of it. Williams dishes to T. Back to Williams. Shoots the 3. But he recovers it. He feeds it to Brand. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
And that one falls for Brand.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
And so Brand nails both of them.
Easy buckets, guys, are best gotten in transition. The Hawks were very good in that department, and it's how they were able to be a playoff team even while losing the players that they did before last season.
And it's Gortat, that time on the assist from Eric Bledsoe. Gortat's got the lead up to 8 now for the Suns. Atlanta's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Teague, the pass to Williams. Teague kicks to Korver. Clock at 6. Back to Teague. From deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Gortat's got his 4th rebound in this one. And back to the Hawks, would end up 3rd overall in fast break points. You know, Steve, as soon as they got a rebound, everyone knew to fill a lane, and they could certainly finish at the rim.
Well, and they had a point guard who really loved to push the ball in Jeff Teague. So that seemed to be the right strategy for this club. Of course, they've gone through a lot of changes in the offseason. I think they're in a situation where they're trying to grow. They added Paul Millsap, but this is more about the future than it is about the present.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
And the shot is good.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
Well, Marcin Gortat, maybe not a household name just yet. A former late second-round pick, started his career backing up Dwight Howard in Orlando and did a good job there, but now starting to excel as a starter.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
T dishes to Brand. Into Millsap, and he drops it in from the low post. And Steve, you talk about Gortat with Phoenix. He's every bit a starting center in this NBA.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him make an all-star game before all is said and done. He can run, he rebounds well, he's got a nice touch around the basket, and of course he's an excellent catch and finish player in the pick and roll.
Another miss by Gortat. The Hawks trail by 8. Williams kicks to T. To the left side wing. Here's Korver for 3, and the foul on Elton Brand. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so here's Phoenix. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. And it's Dragic off the drive, and good on the basket. Book it. And the Suns lead by 10.
And another gap in the defense found right there. This is one of the worst defensive performances I have ever seen.
T gets to Brand. Fires from the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. Suns leading by 10. Green passes to Morris. Outside, Green. The feed to Morris. Clock at 6. Fades away. Another one falls for Phoenix.
You don't see the wide open fadeaway shot too often.
Atlanta's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Williams dishes to Millsap. Great D that time from Morris. The Suns have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
His 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
And the Hawks making a change here. Horford's checked in. Teague against Dragic. From deep, Williams. It's hauled in by the Suns. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costing him.
Gortat with the screen for Dragic. Dragic off the pick from Morris. And it's Dragic off the drive. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Hawks trail by 12. T kicks to Williams. Back to Teague. Here's Millsap. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Millsap's got 20 points.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today. They've needed it.
Gortat with a screen on Teague. Here's Morris. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Morris has got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns. The Hawks shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Outside Teague. From deep three-point range. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 6th rebound on the night. Suns leading by 12. Feeds to Dragic. Pass to Gortat. Tries to keep it alive. Here is Korver, guarded by Green. Korver passes to Williams. Millsap a screen on Bledsoe. Kicks to Teague. Teague gets a screen from Millsap. Williams for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 7 rebounds in the game.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession. Well, an illegal screen is one of the toughest calls for the official to make.
You know, I agree with you. You've got to have some sympathy for the referees when they have to make calls like that, but they get paid well, and they're the best in the business, so they can handle it.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Morris kicks to Gortat and stolen by Horford. Williams against Bledsoe to the right side. Now here is Horford. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 5. Tries from 7. Nice spin off the left rim and in. That's now 22 points for Millsap.
Tough matchup there defensively. He just doesn't have the height or the length to bother that shot.
And there's the call on Lewis Williams. That's his first foul. Now Bledsoe, pass to Morris. And it's Dragic off the drive. Gortat. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Gortat's got 12 points in just the second half.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Outside Teague. Launches it. And And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
And that one's good.
And yeah, they're moving the ball now. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assisted buckets.
Steve, nothing makes a coach smile as much as pure, selfless teamwork.
Outside Williams into Millsap. Fade away, and it's blocked by Morris. But he stays with it. Millsap dishes to Teague. Kept alive by Atlanta. He dishes it to Horford. Goes up again, and the layup is good.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Phoenix leading by 14. And here's Dragic. Dishes to Green. No one near him. Rebound by the Hawks. Millsap's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Teague the pass to Horford. Gortat with the rebound. Well, Phoenix shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Bledsoe against Williams. Bledsoe kicks to Gortat. Back to Bledsoe. 4 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Horford with it. There's the pass to Court. Williams attacking. Outside for Millsap. Shoots from the baseline. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Phoenix calls time. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Morris kicks to Dragic. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Back to Dragic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Gortat. That time on the assist by Dragic. And that's now 18 points for Marcin Gortat. Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 14. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Teague dishes to Horford. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Dragic kicks to Bledsoe. Gortat with a screen on Williams. Back to Dragic. Right side, Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Bledsoe passes to Morris. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Morris has got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for Phoenix.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
They double hit with Horford. Bledsoe dishes to Green. Back to Bledsoe. Bledsoe left side. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Horford.
Well, coming off his impressive showing in the 2012 playoffs last season, really a breakout season. for the dynamic Eric Bledsoe.
And Clark, going back to Bledsoe, we knew how tough he could be at the defensive end of the floor, but his progress offensively, you know, Steve, I thought that really turned a lot of heads of GMs around the NBA when he was taking the place of the injured Chris Paul.
Yeah, early in his career, you could back off him defensively. He didn't have a lot of confidence in his shot, but he improved there, and he's such an amazing athlete that he has the ability to play make, to get into the paint and create havoc for the defense.
The Suns making a switch here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Morris. P.J. Tucker comes in for Gerald Green. Brown is checked in for Gortat. And Kendall Marshall subbed in for Goran Dragic.
You know, I don't get caught up in whether Horford is a power forward or center. All I know is he can ball, and his skill set allows him to be productive and consistent.
Passes it to Tucker. Here's Bledsoe. Good work defensively by Horford.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Now here's Jenkins, guarded by Tucker. And Carroll gets it to go. Deflects the pass, stolen by Schroeder, and the shot is good. Here's Marshall. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Goran, congratulations on the win tonight. A game where you certainly had some nice bench production. What does it take for this team to play at its best?
I mean, everybody's playing hard, you know, even the guys from the bench. You know, we need everybody, even including the bench. Everybody have to be focused, play hard, and especially in defense.
Playing hard is always a great starting point. Goran, congratulations. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Gerald Green.